that is clearly a Pikmin. Welcome my friends, yes, welcome to another episode of Nintendo Nightcap, bringing you all the latest Nintendo news, and today you can tell I'm not in my office, no, I'm at work, but some very big breaking news dropped just a while ago and I had to talk about it because it might be concerning my favorite Nintendo franchise of all time, Pikmin, well, outside of Donkey Kong. Yes, because just a while ago Nintendo dropped what was a 3.5 minute animation, and people were very confused about it in the beginning. People thought the baby in question, is it baby Peach? Is it baby Rosalina? Is it something to do with the Mario Galaxy movie? Is it some kind of other game we don't know about? But my friends, yes, as we've looked more and more at the trailer, or animation, short animation, it looks as though it's definitely connected to Pikmin, which I'm very excited about, and we're gonna have a look at it. And why do I think it has Pikmin? Well, I'm pretty sure we see a small little Pikmin hidden in the background of the animation, so we're gonna look at it together and you guys are gonna tell me what you think about it. So, looking at the animation together now, the first shot we see is one of outside the window looking in with the little leaves surrounding the window, very Pikmin-like already. Are we looking in as ourselves or from the point of view of the Pikmin? Let's continue, because inside we see the mother playing with her child, and the child is just there looking up at her mother with the dummy in the mouth. And as soon as the mother leaves, we start to see things happening, right? We see a little piece of her toys fall over, and then the other pieces start to move independently, continuing the chain amongst other toys. We see here this little toy here rolling around towards the baby. Still no Pikmin in sight yet though. The baby picks up the toy. She's there very happy with her dummy, toy in hand. And then we start to see more weird things happening. Now I've got a theory. Look, we see another piece there moving independently, knocks over the dummy. And then we start seeing the dummy move independently. Now, what is this going on here? The first thing I thought of after I watched the trailer, or again, the animation a few times, was, hold on a second, are we looking at invisible Pikmin? That's what it seems to look like to me, which sounds insane, I know. But we can see whatever has that dummy there is jumping around, jumping pretty high. It's not flying. At first I thought it was a flying Pikmin, invisible Pikmin, but it's definitely an invisible being that is jumping around with that baby's dummy. Now, shortly we're gonna see the strongest hint yet at this being related to Pikmin. There you go, in the background you can see a small figure out of focus, moves a little bit halfway and then disappears out of the corner. We're gonna have a look at that in slow motion. You can see it here, this out of focus figure pops into view before leaving quickly in the background. Now we continue to see the baby playing with the dummy, chasing it around the room. Clearly something is controlling this, clearly something has a hold of this dummy, and it's obviously invisible. Now, having seen what seemingly seems to be that Pikmin in the background, what we've never seen in a Pikmin game before is an invisible Pikmin, and that's where I'm going with this. I'm going with invisible Pikmin. Now, there are other clues, of course, with the color scheme in the toys of the baby that are very Pikmin-like. We can see I think somewhere in the background you can see the little Pikmin-like motif. You can see the balloons, which are very Pikmin-orientated color. Most of the toys that you can see in the background are blue, yellow, and red, like the primary Pikmin. Again, with the soft toys in the background as well. So, and even the music that we heard at the beginning of this animation was very Pikmin-like. Now, we're getting towards the end of the animation here. The mother walks in, seeing her baby walk towards her dummy, which is high up above the crib. And as the baby falls, the mother collects. Now, even with the little things that we see here, the decorations above the crib, even the little yellow balls, right, very Pikmin-like to me. They're very like, you know, flower blooming and that kind of stuff. So, and in the background there, you can see the 3 balloons, the yellow, blue, and red. So there's hints all over the place. We can see more toys moving around in the background. Have they just been knocked over, or are they also being controlled by what I'm saying is invisible Pikmin, for God's sake? So there you go, very, very interesting. We're getting to the end of the animation here. The baby retrieves the dummy via its mother, and everything ends well, and we even leave as we started, looking in. Again, from our point of view, or from the Pikmin's point of view, the flying Pikmin Flying invisible Pikmin is what I'm gonna say. So there you go, my friends. Super, super, super excited. I'm gonna have a look at this trailer a bunch more times before I make up my mind, but for me, it's definitely something to do with Pikmin, clearly. Now, let's break it down. Is that going to be a Pikmin animation, longer animation, a Pikmin longer animation? Of course, Nintendo has released lots of Pikmin animations in the past. Is this Pikmin 5? Is this a prequel to the Pikmin? Seeing the humans before they disappeared and we went out into the garden. Is that what's going on here? Or is it Pikmin 4 DLC for the rumored Pikmin 4 Switch 2 edition, which was heavily rumored by Nash Weedle himself? Now, initially, a lot of people wondered the baby was baby Rosalina, baby Peach. I think that's kind of out the window now. I think this is clearly something to do with Pikmin only. So, but man, I'm so excited for this. This is what I wanted. I thought we would have to wait a lot longer to hear anything about Pikmin. Now, again, is this just an animation made to create the hint towards Pikmin? Or is this a cutscene from the game? Because it's not very, like Pikmin. Although we've seen a lot in Nintendo games recently, especially with Donkey Kong Bonanza, their cutscenes are very Disney-fied, right? They're very Disney, very Pixar. So maybe this is kind of like, a change in the kind of, presentation of the future of Pikmin games going forward. I don't know. But it's clearly something to do with the Pikmin series, Pikmin franchise. So Nintendo hasn't said anything else since. They said nothing. I don't think they're gonna say anything. But it goes to show, we're hearing a lot of things and we're seeing a lot of announcements on the Nintendo Today app, which is again something Nash Weedle said a long time ago. I believe when I asked him about Metroid Prime 2 and 3 being released, he said that they definitely would be and that we should take note of the Nintendo Today app. We've seen Splatoon Raiders being announced on there. We see other announcements on there. And true to form, as Nash Weedle said, we're getting other big announcements on there. So this is bigger than I think at first glance it shows to be. This is clearly a big hint towards something going forward. But again, my friends, that is the video for today. I'm at work, for God's sake. I'm hiding around here. They don't even know where I am here. But I wanted to get this video out. But I'd be very interested to see what you guys think at home. Let me know in the comments below whether you think this is Pikmin 4, Pikmin 4 DLC, Pikmin 5, Pikmin 0, Pikmin animation. Let me know what you think. Or something that's not even Pikmin. We haven't actually seen the Pikmin, right? It could be a distraction what we see in the background. We don't actually see the out of focus creature. It just seemingly seems very obvious to be Pikmin. But I want to hear what you guys think. And my friends, I will be back tonight playing Chronos live. So if you love horror, you want to see me play my game of the year, make sure you tune in today. I can't remember what time I'm streaming, but I'm going to be streaming it tonight and tomorrow night. And I will be back tomorrow with all the latest Nintendo news, my good friends. So until then, have yourselves an awesome day and I'll catch you later. Bye.